Welcome back to History Tab. Have you ever wondered about the history of coffee? Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of how coffee was discovered and became the global phenomenon it is today. The story of coffee begins in the ancient coffee forests of Ethiopia. According to legend, a goat herder named Kaldi discovered coffee in the 9th century. Kaldi noticed his goats became energetic and didn't sleep at night after eating berries from a certain tree. Curious, Kaldi brought the berries to a local monastery. The monks there experimented with the berries and found they could make a drink that helped them stay awake during long hours of prayer. This was the beginning of coffee's journey. From Ethiopia, the knowledge of coffee spread to the Arabian Peninsula. By the 15th century, coffee was being cultivated in the Yemeni district of Arabia. The people there called it kawa. Sufi monks in Yemen were the first to roast and brew the beans. They used coffee to stay alert during their prayers and spiritual gatherings. Coffee quickly spread to other parts of the Middle East, including Persia, Egypt, and the Ottoman Empire. By the 16th century, coffee had become a popular drink in the Islamic world. Coffee houses began to appear in cities like Mecca, Cairo, and Istanbul. These coffee houses, known as kahvekhana, became centers for social interaction, intellectual discussions, and cultural exchange. They were often called schools of the wise. European travelers to the Near East brought back stories of a dark black beverage. By the 17th century, coffee had made its way to Europe. In 1615, Venetian merchants introduced coffee to the West, and the first coffee house in Europe opened in Venice in 1645. England saw its first coffee house in 1652, and soon, coffee houses were everywhere in Europe. These places, called penny universities, offered a place where people could buy a cup of coffee for a penny and engage in conversation and debate. The demand for coffee was so great that coffee trees were soon grown outside Arabia. The Dutch played a significant role in spreading coffee cultivation. In the late 17th century, they got coffee seedlings and started growing coffee in their colonies in Java, Indonesia. The Dutch later introduced coffee to the Caribbean, Central, and South America. The French also helped spread coffee. In 1714, King Louis XIV received a coffee plant as a gift. This plant was transported to the French colony of Martinique in the Caribbean. It became the ancestor of millions of coffee trees throughout the Caribbean, Central, and South America. Today, Brazil is the largest coffee producer in the world. Thanks to these early efforts, coffee kept gaining popularity worldwide, leading to the diverse coffee culture we have today. In the 19th and 20th centuries, new technologies changed coffee production, roasting, and brewing. The espresso machine was invented in Italy in 1901, and the rise of specialty coffee in the late 20th century made coffee even more popular. Today, coffee is more than just a drink. It's a global phenomenon. From small coffee shops to large chains, coffee is a part of daily life for millions of people around the world. The coffee industry continues to grow, with new ways to brew, sustainable practices, and different flavors constantly emerging. The journey of coffee from Ethiopia to a global favorite is a story of cultural exchange, innovation, and adaptation. Its rich history shows how different societies have embraced and transformed this beloved beverage. Whether you drink coffee in the morning, with friends, or as a special treat, it remains a symbol of connection and creativity worldwide. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this trip back in time, please like, share, and subscribe to History Tab for more fascinating stories from our past. See you next time.